is Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls.
Hi, Rebels. This is Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls, the interview. I'm your host, Aria, and today we're talking to Olympic gymnast Jordan Chiles. Jordan brought us the story of the fastest woman of all time, Florence Griffith Joyner. Be sure to check that episode out if you haven't heard it yet. Hi, Jordan. It's nice to meet you. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am Jordan Chiles. I'm originally from Washington State. I am bi-coastal, so I live between Texas and LA. I am a gymnast. I was on the 2020 Tokyo Olympic team, or 2021, whichever one you prefer. And I am just living life as best as I can.
Awesome. So, when did you first discover your love of gymnastics?
I always say gymnastics fell in love with me, not so me falling in love with gymnastics, because it helped me. I had really bad ADHD when I was younger, and having gymnastics being a part of my life, I really enjoyed being able to, go to school and explain to everybody what I did. So the love definitely was there when I first started, but truly finding the love was around 10, 11 years old.
Cool. You did some pretty amazing tricks. Do you have a favorite gymnastics move?
So for me, I just like being able to fly. I like superheroes, so if I'm wanting to fly like Spider-Man, I would say maybe like a release move on bars, which are really cool and really unique to see for sure.
Wow, that sounds intense. Speaking of intense, how did it feel to compete at the 2020 Olympic Games?
Being at the Olympics, I can say a lot of people are always like, oh my gosh, you've done this for 3-4 months. Like, no, I've been training since I was 6.5, 7 years old. It's not just a 1-year situation. It's not just 4 years. It's my whole life. So knowing that I was able to finally put that cherry on top of my amazing ice cream sundae that I had, and being able to, experience such a cool and unique and different, Olympics, because obviously, yes, there was COVID. There was a lot of things. We didn't have spectators. We weren't allowed to really explore Tokyo like that. So those were the different things that not every Olympic person gets to experience, but the memories, the people, the things that I was able to take away from it. I'm always going to be in a history book. I'm always going to be known as, an Olympian no matter what. It was all an amazing memory. Stressful, but I survived.
Oh yeah. How do you handle all that stress and pressure at a competition?
I can't even say that competing is stressful. I think it's more leading up to, making sure you are doing everything you can for yourself. Making sure that you have the ability to look back and be like, wow, I was able to put everything I had, everything that I needed to, into this one life goal. But before a competition, I'm stress-free. I'm out there dancing with my teammates, whether I'm listening to music. I always pray with my family because I don't want to be too in my head before I have to get onto an apparatus or an event. So being able to, explore into different ways to bring my mind down at ease, that's definitely what I do. So I'm not really too stressed. I think it's more so the part of leading up to it.
Nice. Both you and FloJo are known for your incredible style. She used to say, dress good to look good to feel good, and feel good to run fast. Do you have a clothing item that makes you feel powerful?
So yes, I love fashion. Fashion has been a part of me since I was little. Honestly, FloJo, her style was within her clothes, her hair, her nails, her everything. It was her beauty, just in general. For me, though, I'm a sneakerhead. My shoe is what makes me very powerful. My shoe is something that it's like when people are like, I have too many purses and that's their statement. No, my statement is the shoe. You give me a perfect shoe, I will make a whole outfit around it. But then also my hair. I was taught and raised to, love and embrace what my hair looks like. being able just to find different ways to be unique with myself. So yeah, those are the two things that really make me feel very powerful and that I can be very authentic to who I am.
I love that. You became a Nike athlete this year, which was a big deal. Can you tell us what that means to you?
Well, yes, I'm a Nike athlete. I've been a part of Nike since I was an infant. My grandma and my grandpa, they used to work for Nike. And when I was younger, I told my mom, I said, Mom, one day I'm going to be a Nike athlete. I don't know when, I don't know what it's going to be for, but I'm going to be a Nike athlete. So having this opportunity to be a Nike athlete and embracing who I am, the authentic side of me, and knowing that they've been with me since I was, itty bitty, definitely I get to enjoy so much more.
Very cool. So you're only 23 and you've accomplished so many things already. What's the next big goal that you're working towards?
There is more. There's more of Jordan. I want to give back to my community in some way, shape, or form. I want to be able to, experience things that not a lot of people get to experience at such a young age. You might see me in a movie. You might see me as a director. You might see me as a producer. You might see me as somebody who just, may go to a whole different sport for a whole different Olympics. So yeah, you never know where you'll see Jordan. I do have to say that. So my main focus right now is Paris Olympics. They're this year in 2024. So these next 6 months will definitely be a push, and can't wait to see where life takes me right after.
That sounds amazing. Good luck with your training, Jordan. And thank you so much for talking with us today.
No, thank you guys so much for having me. This was a huge opportunity. Honestly, you don't understand when things come in like this and I have the ability to tell somebody else's story. Just makes me feel like, one day somebody will tell my story. That's just how I see it. And for somebody who's been an icon, a legend, and is still talked about till this day, although she has, she's passed and all that stuff, is just crazy to me. So giving me this opportunity to tell someone like Flojo, honestly, I have no words for sure. I really appreciate you guys giving me this opportunity, and I thank you guys so much.
That's incredible. It was our pleasure. Thanks again, Jordan. And thank you for listening. Catch you next time, and stay rebel. This podcast is a production of Rebel Girls. It's based on the book series Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. This episode was produced and directed by Haley Dapkus, with sound design and mixing by John Marshall Media. It was hosted by me, Aria. Joy Smith was our executive producer. Original theme music was composed and performed by Elettra Bargiacchi. A special thanks to the whole Rebel Girls team who make this podcast possible. Until next time, stay rebel!